Okay, got something a little bit different here, again from GearBest, kindly sent me this to review. It's the King Kong Fly Egg, and I've got the 130, but they also do 100, and that's basically the measurement across the diagonal, motor centre to motor centre, 100 or 130, and it comes in various flavours. I've gone for the XM receiver, which means I can bind it to my Taranis. So it comes in, as you can see, a sort of good old plastic box, so it's well protected and everything, nothing's going to get damaged. The only problem is, as soon as we pop the props on, it won't fit back in the box, but it does mean we get a little box to take snacks with us when we're out flying. Okay, with a lot of the sort of these mini racers, the micro racers and everything, you virtually get nothing with them. You just sort of get the quad and a couple of props and that's about it. This one's totally different. This one with the box is absolutely stacked out. Everything's in individual plastic bags and everything's marked up what it is. It's really well done, you know, well done King Kong. For us newbies into this is really helpful, I think. As you can see, you've got two sets of props with it. Obviously we've got the quad, but I'll have a run through the quad and what the setup is on that in a minute. You get a USB to micro USB cable so that we can plug it into the side of the quad and then we can set it up in Betaflight. You get a 350 milliamp hour. This is a 2-cell and it's 35C, and there's warnings all over, stickers all over saying only to be flown on 2-cell because of the motor setup, and I'm finding at my level 2-cell is more than fast enough. For the fast guys who want the 3-cell, I would imagine it could handle it for a short amount of time, but you'd have to be a bit careful, and to me, I don't want to fly like that. I'll get a quad that will take proper 3-cell if need be. Yeah, you've got your screws here to actually hold the props on as well. You get prop guards as well, and again, like I say, everything's marked up really well, and these are injection moulded ones, they're not 3D printed, and you've got the screws in there as well, because you need longer screws, because they're going to fit under here, so you have to take your motors off and put them back on with the longer screws. And that's the same with these as well. We've got motor protectors as well that go in under there, and again, all clearly marked with the extended screws as well. We've got a little prop removal tool, we've got a couple of spare elastic bands, and there's one already fitted on there to hold our battery in position, and then we've got the frequencies and how to set up the channels and the frequencies for your FPV. Doesn't finish there, we've got quite a bit of paperwork, all in Chinese and English, but nicely done that it's actually all English on one side. I like it if it's done like this rather than two paragraphs, you know, blended into one sort of thing. Just warning us about the FrSky XM receiver. You might have trouble binding to it if you do, to update the firmware. You've got the actual full instructions for the receiver as well, so I mean, just everything is really well done. And then you've got their own little instruction leaflet, which is all Chinese on one side, as you can see, and then all English on the other side, and quite nicely done, you know, colour photographs and everything, and the basics of running through everything. And this has actually been checked at the factory. These, I have checked this is actually pen marks here and signed of who's done it and everything, and the sticker and everything. This is not just been printed en masse, so they do actually take care with their quality control, which I'm pretty impressed with so far. So I've not had a King Kong, so far I'm really impressed with it. Quick look at the props you get, and they're unbranded, so I have no idea who they're from, and they don't have any information in the actual instructions either. They're 2840 props and obviously tri-props, and they do have quite a bit of flexibility with them, but I don't know if they're just going to break. With them being unbranded, I've got no idea to tell. One thing for sure, with the way I fly, they will be tested fully, I can assure you. So let's have a look around this quad, shall we? The motors are totally different to anything else I've come across. There's no marking on them at all, and they're just this cool sort of aluminium look, and they just look really smart, to be honest. They're actually 1105s, and they're 7000 kV, and as you can see, the wires are nicely sort of twisted round. Whether or not I need to put a little tie on there just to stop them lifting or catching anything, I think I probably will, judging by the way I fly. The rest of the quad is actually, the frame is 2.5mm carbon fibre, as you can see, and then you've got this aluminium here, which is 7075, and apparently it's an aviation grade aluminium, and it makes it really rock solid and nice and sort of thin profile as well. Everything's protected well, obviously, in there, and it's got a unique way of holding the VTX. Oh, well, I think it is anyway. there's you have to take 2 side plates off, and then you turn the whole unit, the VTX and this little board that King Kong have made and sort of adapted to hold it there. So you can set the angle. Once the angle's set, you put it all back together, and then it really won't move. So you won't get any of this sort of it moving in flight or anything. There's no way it can move in those little holes, notches that it actually sits round with the printed circuit, well, it's sort of printed circuit board material they've used there. So the VTX is 25 milliwatt or 100 milliwatt, and the default is 25. And the camera is actually an 800 TVL CMOS camera, so it should be really nice, nice quality for us as well there. The actual flight controller and everything all nicely tucked away, as I say. The actual connector or the standoffs down to the actual frame itself are only in 2 places, so you've got them on the diagonals there, and they've got a little bit of rubber dampening going on there as well. And then obviously the standoffs here they've got all 4 of those as well. Everything's nicely tucked. I mean, if it takes an impact this way, this is going to duck down out of the way, and it's held on with a zip tie. And then we've got a couple of bright LEDs on the back there, and the weirdest, well, I don't know about the weirdest thing, the fact it sort of uses the balanced charger port to actually power up the quad is sort of unusual. I think I've not come across that. Without saying anything else, there's the beeper. So it has a beeper installed, has some really bright red LEDs at the back, which is really smart. And the beeper's really vital, I think, for these little ones, because they drop down into under leaves or anything. You would never find them. Even if you thought you knew where it had gone in, I think you'd have trouble. The finishing off on sort of the electronics in here is a 4-in-1. It's the BL Heli S, and it's the and they're 10 amp on the ESCs, and I'm only going to run mine on 2S. I'm not going to attempt to do a 3S on it. I really don't need to. And it's a Pico BLX F3 flight controller in there as well. So yeah, all pretty nice, I think. Underneath, we've got the actual receiver, and like I say, I've gone for the XM, the FrSky XM1, and you've already got the elastic band built on there, and you've got some foam here just to hold the battery in position as well. This is quite, you know, the XM1 is always a little bit dubious and can get damaged quite easily, but I'll just see how I get on. This is how it's come. And to bind it to my Taranis, there's a little switch there, a little tiny, don't even think the camera will pick up the click, there's a tiny little click going on there. So you just have to hold that, set the Taranis up for bind, hold that in, and then it bound first time, and no problem at all. Okay, just going to run this through Betaflight for you, just so you can see what the setup. This is how it came actually. I've altered nothing on it at all. So into the ports, and it's got the UART3 serial is on. You usually have to turn that on if you on other ones that I've tried. I've only done 2 or 3 of these, so this is all very new to me. So hopefully we'll all learn here. The setup here is actually on multi-shot. I'm going to leave it there, but it should work up to D-Shot 600, which is what they say. And the settings here for spinning the motors was set on not motor stop, sorry, so they do actually spin up when I arm it, which is good for doing flips and things apparently. And this switch was over as well, disarm the motors regardless of throttle. So the setup's really good. I think it, well, to me it's good at my limited ability at the moment. You've got it's set up on 4 kilohertz. Apparently you can pop that up to 8, but let's see how we get on with this first flight. The serial the receiver, sorry, mode was set correctly as well, and I've had that before. I've had to set that in the S-Bus as well. So all looking really good. LED strip only on here, which is good because I don't need anything else. I've left the battery at default as well. PRD tuning is again all defaults. I'm going to say that throughout this until everything's default. I think this is just basically Betaflight's default one, but I've found it fine with my level of flying. I decided I needed to, I've gone past the levels of what this produces, to be honest, on my other quads anyway. And then onto the receiver, you've got the throttles working okay, and we've got the yaw as well, and you get the little graphic down the bottom here. Let me just show you that as well. There we go. So throttle, and then we've got the roll. And then we got the pitch as well, so everything's working fine. The only thing I did have to change was this one here. I had to come over to the TAER because that's the way my transmitter's set up, so you just have to click on this one to get that to come up. And again, pretty much all set. Yeah, I've popped 3 switches on. I've got the arm switch here, and I've just left all these basically on default as well, so you can hear arm up there, that's fine. I've got a 3-position switch here, which basically starts in angle mode, as you can see. Then we go on to horizon, and then we go on to full acro, which is acro air, air mode. And then if I come down to the bottom, we've got a beeper on auxiliary 3, and that just, it's a 3-position switch. I've just put it on the middle one so that I can flick it wherever I like. But in the middle, I think is best for me. And I haven't touched anything else, so I'm just going to see how we get on when we pop outside. So yeah, I'm keen to get out flying. Let's go.
Okay, we just had a real downpour, everything's soaking wet, but I can get out and fly. Woohoo! So we're just going to do a tiny little bit of line of sight first of all, just see how we get on, make sure everything's held on properly. Let's just see how we go. So I'm going to start in stabilised. Gee whiz, that thing's quiet. Really quiet. Oh, it's got a little bit of kick in it as well. Whoa, how's that ever? Gee whiz, that's cool. So this is in stabilised mode. Gee whiz, it really does. It just, yeah. It's anxious, I think, to go. So let's just put that in horizon mode. See what it flips like. Oh yeah, nice easy flipper. Oh, nice and either fast or slow. Yeah, lovely. Ha! Oh yeah, really nice. Oh, double flips. Whoa, you want to go forwards, backwards, how would you like to go? Very nice. Shall I try an acro? I don't usually fly acro in line of sight, and it usually winds up in tears or someone getting wet. Never usually the quad, I must admit. Oh, it's not doing too bad. For me, anyway. Hey, that's pretty cool. That is very nice flyer. Wow! It went off so fast that it made me jump. See, the head can go, what? Gee whiz, I'm going to need a bigger gun. Or a smaller quad. No, I'll get a bigger gun. Oh yeah, the throttle response is just beautiful on it. I think the battery level is set a little bit low, but I've just left it as stock, so it's fine. I mean, I even think in you know, stabilised mode it was still, yay, wait. I was trying to give that full pitch and full throttle, and I just touched the throttle before I did it, and it went like a scolded cat upwards. Let's try it again, shall we? Yay! Crikey, this thing goes. Whoops. Okay, so get that battery checked over and charged back up, and I think I will be out for another proper little flight. Whoa! Take a bounce there. Nothing to see here. That's why they put foam on the bottom of them. Actually, it's for it's exactly the way you're supposed to land them, to be perfectly honest. Okay, so let's see how we get on here. I'm actually using the Diself battery on it because I'm waiting for the other one to charge, and I'm too impatient, and we're going to get some rain. I know we will. So let's try this in stabilised first of all. I don't think we have any on-screen display. I don't think there is any on this. Whoa, it's just so quiet and really nice. Okay, let's just get it up into air, shall we? Whoops. There we go. Oh, I've got a bit of a buzz off it. Whoa, this thing is smooth. Is that because it's a larger quad? Don't know. Whoa, yeah. Oh, it just is lush.
and I can keep it slow as well. And if some of the little micro ones, I have trouble around the garden just keeping it down in low rate sort of thing. This is really controllable. I'm so going to regret that, aren't I? I just know what's going to happen. Whoa, yeah, lovely. Whee, gee whiz, it kicks. And drop out around the front of the house, that's a lot better than a lot of quads I've had for drop out. Heck of a lot better. Hey, smart. Oh yeah, that is way better. So whether or not this is a better VTX on it, I don't know. Yeah, I think it's better than any of my other ones, to be honest. Yeah, it's really nice. Yeah, it gets a shift on as well. Not even started with giving it any power. Don't hit that tree. Whoa, lovely, really nice. I like this. Really controllable, and you can go speed up, slow down, whatever you like with it. It's really lovely. Really nice. God, look at this, it just stops. Beautifully done. Now what, I'll take it out here, this will really muck it up. Well, they don't usually come around this way. That was a bit of a mistake, just to avoid those leaves. Whoa. Well, and we recovered sort of. Yeah, we did. Well, it's certainly live. These people that do the voiceovers afterwards, I can quite see why. Right. Oh, of course, I don't know what voltage we're on. I will bring it in and land, I think. So flick it back to stabilised mode. I didn't even get to do any flips or anything. Hey, I really don't mind. I just had such a blast with that. That was lovely. Not fast, just really controlled and really nice and enjoyable flight. Actually, I'm going to pop it down on the concrete because the grass is really wet. Wasn't quite thinking that hard, but there we go. Okay, out for the second flight. Again, couldn't be bothered to wait for the other battery, so I'm on another D-Self one. Ooh, I can hear. Oh, it's just catching the receiver one just clips up underneath. Let's just pop that down under there. God, it is so silent I could actually hear that just flicking away at it. So. Okay. Oh, that's better. Let's go straight into air. God, it is smooth. I think this is the smoothest quad I've ever flown. I think so. Oh yeah, it really is. And usually I can hear them when they're coming up behind me, but this thing is just stealth silent. Whoa, lovely. And recovery is really nice as well. And I don't think I've ever had a quad that I could fly around that side of the house that low down and not get massive amount of interference. I've just got to rely on the fact that I actually know where I'm going. No, that is really good. So the stuff they're using on this is excellent. Absolutely. God, really nice. Little slalom through there. Oh yeah, lovely. Really nice. I like this quad. Oh heck, I like most quads, to be perfectly honest. I'm flying. I'm happy bunny. Can't ask for much else. Whoop. I forgot the my hoops are turned around at a slight angle. Lovely. Whoa, yeah, this thing's excellent. Really like it. Ah, this isn't the way I usually go. Oh well, here we go. Hey, lovely. Hey, we made it through. That's good. Way. Gee whiz, this thing's nice. So manoeuvrable. Way lovely. Whoa, yeah, and easy on the rolls. Lovely. Yeah, I'm totally impressed with this thing. I've been impressed with the paperwork. I was impressed with the everything that came with it. The setup was straightforward. Absolutely no problem at all. And it flies like a dream as well. I mean, what more could you ask for a quad? I must sort out the OSD. I'm not sure it's even got it, to be honest. I didn't see anything about it, so perhaps it hasn't. Way, there we go. Up, up. Oh, now we're gonna, whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey. Just bring it in and land. You get away with 2 hits like that and you're still flying. I think it's time to come in. Yeah, that's better. Lovely. More jam than Robinson.
Okay, so if I gave you 3 guesses whether or not this is going to end with a I really like it or yeah, it's okay, would you need the other 2 guesses? No, I love it to bits. It is awesome. I tell you what, this is the best quad I think I've ever flown. It is so controllable. You can fly it really nice and slow and gentle and sort of pick where you want it to go, or you can just give it a bit of welly and off it goes. And it's only running on 2 cell, so I'm really impressed. I've got loads of 2 cell batteries I can run it on, which is going to be really good fun. And yeah, I love it. The OSD, I can't seem to, it doesn't seem to list it anywhere, and obviously I presume it hasn't got it on, but whether or not there's a way around that, I don't know. To be honest, it doesn't really affect me that much, because I can hear the beep because I don't fly it that far away from me, as you've seen with the garden setup that I have. So to me, it's no real problem, to be perfectly honest. I don't take any notice of the beeper going, but hey, you know, it's going and I can hear it, so that's good. I haven't had any issues with finding it either. It had the odd little, you know, it wants to go play hide and seek, and the beeper works really well. I've seen other people say that on, you know, if you get this sort of connector, then change it over for the for something else, so either a JST or an XT30 or something or other. I might look at doing that, but at the moment I'm just really enjoying flying it. It's good fun. I've had a few bashes with it, or stopped abruptly might be a politer way of putting it, and absolutely no damage whatsoever. Haven't even bent a prop. So these props, having not known what they are or anything, they seem to be really robust, and I have had some serious sort of little dings with it. So yeah, I absolutely adore it. So I finished with the review. I've got the batteries charged. Guess where I'm going?
Really nice. I really like this quad. It's so precise as well how you fly it. It's lovely, really nice. Gorgeous. Oh yeah, this thing's awesome. Whoops! Oh, come on. Ah, that was a silly mistake. Oh no, it's a long way up the tree.